let's take a first look at the MOBAPAD M8. So if you didn't know already, well, we've already taken a look at the MOBAPAD M6 Geminis, which MOBAPAD kindly sent over for us. And obviously we've done like a first look and a full-blown in-depth review, and we've compared them against the Hori SplitPad Pros. But we now have the MOBAPAD M8. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea what the difference is between the M8 and the M6. So we are trying to contact MOBAPAD to say like, hey, what's the difference here, guys? Because they look exactly the same. Now, of course, I haven't actually opened these, but the specs and the looks, to me, look exactly the same. This is going to be like a first look and unboxing of these just to see what they're like and, you know, if I can spot any differences and just kind of my first impressions. And then later we'll do a full-blown in-depth review, and hopefully by the review I will have found out exactly what the difference is between the M6 and the M8. But anyway, let's crack on with it. So straight away, let's just do a comparison between the two, right? So let's remove the OLED and have a look at the boxes. So the boxing is totally different. This is clearly for the Asian market. So the M6 Gemini has 0 English on it whatsoever. It's all in a different language. Well, it does have some English, but like very limited English, right? So these are the M6 Gemini. Whereas it seems the M8 are like designed for like a Western audience because everything's in English, which is really nice. So it says MOBAPAD M8, which I still don't know the difference, complimentary random cover. I don't know what's random about it, maybe we'll find out. And then it tells you some specs down at the bottom. So we got macro motion sensor, so that's going to be 6-axis gyro. We got burst model, which I'm guessing is turbo. Mechanical keys, so mechanical switches, and then Japan Alps joystick. Okay, a bilateral gamepad design for Switch, complementary random cover, they like that one, suitable for Switch and Switch OLED. Okay, let's take a look at them. Right, here we go, they're coming out, and so's this box underneath, if I can get it out. There we go. Right, okay, let's throw that onto the side. Let's get these out and take a look at them. So I've not opened these at all. I don't, like, this is literally my first impressions. So straight away, we'll come back to the controllers, but let's have a look at what's in here, which should be the random covers. Now with the M6, they were just black because I had the white versions, and with the black versions came white. Oh, look. Okay, they're random black. Oh, and then we get a user manual this time. There's an actual user manual. Is it in English? Oh, it is! It's in English! Wow! The other ones didn't come with a manual at all, and the little tiny thing that was in there is totally in Chinese, so I couldn't read it. So our random complimentary covers are just black. So to me, that's not random, but okay. Let's take them out, because some of you may not have seen my videos on the M6, in which case, these are very similar. So straight away, before we do anything, I'm just gonna show you that these come off. Wow, they are magnetized. So there we go. So that's the faceplate off. And then you get a random black one. And then you can change the design up entirely. Now, what I really like about this feature is the fact that you can, well, you can customize them. You get 2 pads, right? Like you get 2 different faceplates. So you could get one of these and hydro dip them, or just draw on them with certain like pens or whatever. Like you can make your own custom design. I really like that. I think that's very, very cool. First impressions is they look exactly the same as the M6. Now I do have the other ones over here to have a look at, but as always, I really like these. I'm sorry, like I know some of you don't like the MOBAPAD, but I do, right? Because look at the size of that. Like look at the size of that grip right there. Like that is grip worthy. Like that is a strong grip, because I really like this paddle here, which lets your fingers curl around it. That is really nice. These have to be the most comfortable feeling Joy-Con alternatives I've ever used, and I've tried quite a few of them by now. But yeah, so I really like the design of these, like physically, ergonomically, like they feel great. These have the same Alps sticks as the M6. However, if you've seen our full-blown in-depth review of the M6, well, they do have slight Joy-Con drift. I'm hoping they've, not drift, dead zone is what I meant to say. So I'm hoping they've kind of sorted that on this one. As always, they've got mechanical buttons, so let me give you a quick rundown on the sound. So mechanical buttons and switches are the opposite to membrane. So instead of like a piece of rubber pushing down and connecting onto the PCB, like onto the board, this actually has a switch, just like a mouse. So like a left and right click, it's basically the same. The mechanical switch that you press down, which makes that noise, is in these, and I loved it. Some people don't like them, but I really like them. I much prefer these mechanical switches over the membrane switches that are found in pretty much every other controller. So yeah, first impressions are like that. The mechanical switches are only in the face buttons and the shoulder buttons as well, which I really like. The back paddles are membrane. You've got a D-pad as well. So the D-pad, it feels quite nice, to be fair. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. It's fine. Again, I don't know what these are like to use in comparison to the M6. And then you've got a bunch of buttons at the bottom on both sides. So on the left, you've got vibration control, which will be 4 stages of vibration from off, like 25%, 50%, and maybe like 100%. Then you've got that button there, the cog, which is macro. So you can assign to the back paddle. And then you've got turbo. So if you don't know what turbo is, basically really quickly, you assign turbo to a button, you can press it once and hold it, and it will repeat that action like loads of times until you let go, or the other way around. So you press it once, it will just keep pressing the button for you until you press it again and cancel it. It's kind of handy in some games. And then you've got these Alps joysticks, which do feel really nice. Like, I love the look of them. That red on the white looks great. And I quite like the feel of the actual like rubbery bits on the top just there. And that's pretty much it in terms of design. They've got these tiny little step off feet so that you can step them down. Let's have a really quick look at what they're like actually on the Switch. But really quickly, let's just show a comparison between the Joy-Con just here. Look at the size difference, like that's ridiculous. And look at the ergonomics of this. The MOBAPAD is massive in comparison, like that, meh, that, yes, that's much nicer. But anyway, let's put it on the Switch and you can see what it's like. So here we go, one side and the other, there we go. So that's what it's like. It makes it pretty hefty overall, but it's way more comfortable to use in handheld mode. Now, they don't have internal batteries, so these will only work whilst connected onto your Switch or Switch OLED. So you kind of have to use them like this. They're not wireless. They do not have internal batteries either, so they take the power from the Switch to power them. There's no RGB lights or anything, but like I said, you've got turbo, rumbo? You got turbo, oh my day. You got turbo, rumble, not rumbo. You got 6-axis gyro and the back paddles and all that kind of stuff as well, which is pretty good. This one here is the M6. This one here is the M8. I mean, I can't see any difference. One thing would be kind of good is, let's take the faceplate off of that one and put this one on it and see if it fits. That will see if it's a design difference. Okay, that fits. So, I mean, I can't see any difference. This is the M8, this is the M6. I'm really not seeing any difference here, everybody. They look exactly the same. I have no idea what the difference is, but I am going to contact MOBAPAD again and ask them, can you please tell me what the difference between the M6 Gemini and the M8 is? Why have you made 2 products that look exactly the same? Or have you just renamed it for a Western market, even though you still can't buy these over here in the Western world? Do you have to import them from China, etc.? So, yeah. I don't really know what to say. I'm gonna use these and see if I can find any difference just out of use. I'm gonna test the dead zone, etc. I'm gonna try everything and see what the differences are, and hopefully we hear back and hopefully there is a difference. And then if there is, well, then I'll be doing a full-blown review. If not, then I'll update the description and the comments down below to say like they're exactly the same. There's no point me doing another review on them, right? So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Go down there and subscribe. And if you want to see, for the time being, the M6 Gemini review, the MOBAPAD M6 Gemini review, whilst you're waiting for the M8 review, well, go and click this video just here, and it might be that it's exactly the same, but you'll find out because I'll update this video.